heard we're making friends this year. And by friends, I mean super high quality friends, friendships that fulfill you, friendships that heal you, friendships that really truly nurture your soul. We are all about that on this podcast. If you're new here, welcome to the Up and About podcast. My name is Isabel, and on here we talk about mindset, wellness, and self-love for ambitious women. And as you all know, it is Love Month. So all of February, we are talking about self-love, intentional dating, becoming a high-value woman with amazing friendships. So if that's your vibe, come join our community. Today, we are talking about the beauty of female friendships and how to make amazing friends, new friends, long-term friends in your 20s as an adult. Female friendships are so precious. I see every single one of my friends as platonic life partners, and I really love the idea of us growing older together, building communities together, being a part of each other's weddings, raising our kids together, seeing each other grow. That communal and family vibe makes me so emotional, and it makes me feel so fulfilled and happy. And honestly, getting to this point was not easy. It was a huge journey. I have a big mix of childhood friends. I'm a huge long-term relationship girl, and my best friend is from 6th grade. We've been friends for over 15 years. And so I have a big mix of friends from when I was younger, when I was in high school, when I was in university. And now I'm navigating the world of building solid female foundations and friendships as an adult, and it feels like a whole new world. It feels like a different game. Moving to a new city forces you to get out of your comfort zone, which is so amazing. But also it does bring the sense of uncertainty, anxiety, worry, and finding your community and building your community. That's going to be one of your side quests. Think of it like that. Let's normalize that you feel this lack of connection or loneliness, and you have this desire to make friends. You have this desire to have connections and feel accepted and welcomed in a new community. If you're in a space where you just graduated university, you become removed of this shared space, this communal space that you always had proximity to people who are in the same age range as you. And transitioning from that communal space to becoming a full-fledged adult is literally a different set of rules. It's a different game, and is something that you actually have to go out of your way and make time for now. Nurturing deep friendships in your 20s is so valuable for so many reasons. It's such a significant time for your personal and professional growth. It provides that sense of belonging in a lot of uncertainty. You're able to gather different perspectives, valuable feedback. It offers you that huge network of support and can also give you access to so many different career opportunities. Overall, going through life together and navigating this uncertainty and huge roller coaster of being in your 20s is so fulfilling to experience, and it is a really crazy bonding experience that will teach you so much about yourself and what you want in your life and what you value. So let's talk about becoming a friend first. Making new friends is legit like dating. At the base, there has to be a match of core values, standards, reciprocation of time, energy, effort into building this relationship. You already know that in our community, we always start with accountability, and attracting amazing people and amazing relationships starts from the inside out. Would you be your own friend? Are you a great friend? Do you have the traits that you would want in a friend? What lessons have I learned from previous friendships that I want to carry on into future friendships? Am I looking for long-term friendships? Am I looking for short-term friendships? As somebody who absolutely values deep connection and deep conversation, I used to find it really off-putting when people would shy away from being vulnerable and would shy away from having deep conversations right away. It almost felt like a chore to do a lot of small talk, especially going to events and meeting new people. As I mature and as I get older, I'm realizing there actually is so much value in just casual friendships, fun friendships, even small talk. Every relationship brings some kind of value into your life, and maybe you do sometimes want activity friends. Categorizing friendships into fun friends, everything friends, casual friends, that all brings a sense of purpose and variety of perspectives. Sometimes some of your girlfriends just want to try food spots, go out for drinks, have a good time. Maybe some of them just like going on hikes or doing physical activities, healthy girl activities. Some friends you can do hobbies with, be creative together. And some other friends are just meant for connection, especially during those really hard parts in your life. Maybe they've seen different versions of you. You trust them fully in your time of need and when life gets harder. Every friendship has value, and it does take time. Maybe some people are more shy and they want to eventually open up. They want to show them that side of you that can be vulnerable and build that connection and intimacy. And their version of warming up is really just that small talk. It's feeling out whether you guys vibe or have an energy match. And so I've learned to appreciate small talk. I've learned to appreciate the value of fun friends, because not everybody is meant to be your everything friend or your best friend. But give it time and maybe that'll change. Relationships do ebb and flow, and we will get into that soon. The easiest way to really make friends is to be interested in other people first. Having the courage to make the first move and embrace that curiosity of getting to know people first. I found that when I used to have social anxiety, I would be so in my head. It would be really hard for me to be present, hard for me to show these really fun and goofy sides of me, because I was always wondering, oh my gosh, what would this person think of me? Wanting that validation from other people, wanting to look interesting so people would approach me first. Choosing to embrace that curiosity about other people first and talking to them first and being fully present in your body really gets you out of your head, out of your mind. But more importantly, it helps you save time. It helps you go from your head to your heart and embrace your authentic self by choosing to be curious about other people and by asking them questions. That is easily the best way to make friends, is to approach them first, because it also helps that other person get out of their head and become present with you. This requires a lot of courage, it requires a lot of confidence, and it's honestly a great skill to exercise and to have. Approaching people and building relationships first through that curiosity is definitely the fastest way to build your confidence, your social skills, and to build a relationship, because you're not waiting for the person to approach you first. Remember, all of this starts with you. It starts from within. And so by being that confident woman with a good vibe, good energy, that curiosity, you will also attract other confident women that want to reciprocate that energy and will reciprocate that curiosity as well. Remember how we talked about how making friends is like dating? Well, you're going to go on a lot of friend dates, and a lot of them might not work out, but that's okay. Keep going on those dates anyways. Keep carving time out for them, especially when you don't feel social, especially when you don't feel like it. And that's going to be the challenging part of this. Think of it as like your daily schedule to work out, to be fit, to be healthy. There are going to be days where you do not want to work out. There are going to be days where all you want to do is just eat your favorite burgers or your favorite snacks or your favorite desserts all day. But it's really that consistency of those good habits of going to the gym, of eating well, of maintaining that discipline that over time helps you build a social life, even though right now it may not seem like it. Those community connections are so beautiful. And like we talked about before, some people do need warming up. Some people do need that time to be able to build that trust and open up, to unlock that really deep connection. All of these things, these are all in your control. In a lot of friendships, there are so many things that are out of our control, and that's okay. But as long as we can nurture and embrace what is in our control when it comes to putting ourselves out there and making friends, you will feel that return of a really great outcome. Higher risk, higher reward, baby. So let's talk about understanding friendships in your 20s and how they ebb and flow and how they change, especially during different parts of your life. Transitioning from university or college to being a professional means navigating huge changes. You know, a lot of your friends move cities. Some move to different countries. Their schedules change, their priorities change, especially if they get into a long-term relationship or are planning to get married or are planning to have children. Adapting to new work schedules, adapting to new jobs, personal growth, having new interests, these all really impact friendships. This shift requires so much effort to invest in this friendship, and maintaining these friendships require a lot of time and energy while you're simultaneously building a community of adult friends that are new to you and are present to your interests. It's really about finding friends that really align with your life path and are open to growing together despite the crazy challenges of becoming an adult and the amount of changes that really happen during this period of time. During this period of time, you'll also feel a natural drift between old friends, especially if you're a woman that is really, really into personal growth, becoming a better person, going to therapy. As your interests grow, as your values become more solidified, as your life path becomes more clear, there will be friends that may no longer align with you. And it also may lead to a natural drift, especially if you both have different priorities and are at different stages of your life. This is the natural ebb and flow of friendships. Maybe in the stage of your life, this person isn't a natural fit because they don't align, but that can also always change as time goes on. You know, me and my best friend of over 15 years, there were periods of time where we couldn't see each other as much, or maybe once a year, because she went to school abroad in the East Coast and I stayed on the West Coast for my duration of university. It doesn't mean that we stopped being best friends. It just means understanding that there's different effort and time and energy that we can put into our friendship to maintain its health. It means a different dynamic over the years. And when she moved back after she graduated from university back to Vancouver, it really felt like she never left. You know, it felt like we were kids again because we were able to see each other more frequently and do more activities together and see each other more. And that really is the beauty of long-term friendships, is that they change as you change. And embracing it instead of trying to control that dynamic is really the key of those ebbs and flows of relationships. So how do you want to adapt old and long-term friendships into your new life phase? It requires a lot of open communication about what you're looking for, your availability, the big changes and events that are happening in your life. Finding new ways to connect, like being on the phone or FaceTiming or doing a Google Meet. Evolving and understanding each other's priorities and schedules is really the key to maintaining those long-term friendships. And the friendship might look different, but it doesn't mean that it's not strong. In fact, I'd argue that it's definitely more meaningful, and especially maintaining that friendship says so much about your character and your friend's character and the fact that you're willing to make it work. All right, where should we find new friends? How do we find them? So when I moved downtown, I was on a mission to find my community of incredible, ambitious women here, downtown Vancouver. And I was able to do this by attending events alone. Specifically, events for making new connections with women. There are so many events that are catered to just building and creating communities and friendships around the city. And honestly, take advantage of these events because you can meet such amazing, incredible people. I've met incredible women through friends of friends. A lot of my girlfriends love hosting dinner parties, and so they'll invite their friends, and it'll be the first time that we'll meet. It's such an intimate and warm environment that fosters really great conversations. I find that meeting friends of friends is such a fantastic and efficient way to make friends, because if you already have a close friend that you trust and have very similar values to, it's most likely that their friends, especially their other close friends, are very similar to them. Friends of friends is 100% my favorite way of meeting new women. Oh my goodness, if you're still in university or college, please take advantage of that, especially joining extracurricular clubs, activities. This is such a fantastic avenue to pursue because those extracurricular clubs also have such variety of activities and bonding experiences. And it's also most likely that those women are definitely ambitious. They also have big dreams. They also have big goals. When I was in university, I joined this extracurricular called Young Women in Business. And that was such a fantastic club to join because a lot of the events were actually around baking, celebrating International Women's Day, and these super random events where you just get together and talk and network. When you're in university, the best part about that is really being surrounded by women in your age range. And instantly there's already so much to talk about just going through your 20s together, intentionally dating, going on internships, strategically finishing school, finding women with similar lifestyles as you. If there's one thing about university that it does well, it's definitely that social component. Because honestly, you can learn a lot of these hard skills and soft skills in different institutions, but the way that universities are set up is that forging of character traits and lifelong friendships, because you're all going through something really challenging and difficult together. Social media. Oh my gosh, the amount of really cool ladies that I've literally slid into their DMs asking to go on a walk, asking to go for matcha, coffee, Pilates class, or I would just reply to their Instagram stories and be like, oh my gosh, that is so sick. What Pilates class is that? What yoga studio is that? Do you go there often? I really want to try it. We should go together. Even TikTok, I love seeing on my For You page just really cool women doing really cool things downtown. Again, that approach of curiosity and approaching them first, asking questions first. Take advantage of social media. There are so many cool girls on there. Another platform I found is actually Facebook. Facebook groups are really, really cool for event meetups, friendship meetups. There are very specific friendship groups for different cities and different subsections of neighborhoods. And of course, hobbies. I really want to join a book club in my city. I miss those intellectual conversations, creative workshops like pottery, flower making, cooking classes, fitness classes. If you have a dog, you know you're automatically going to be social because your dog needs to go outside. You'll most likely meet more dog owners at parks, hikes, trails, and your dog will most likely need a friend. So if your dog becomes besties with a certain dog at the dog park, then you're definitely going to become friends with that dog's owner. Let's talk about building and maintaining these friendships. Honestly, the key ingredients for this are consistency, communication, respect, shared experiences. Are you guys ever on TikTok or Instagram Reels and you see those really fun dinner parties that have a group of girlfriends and they have these presentation nights where they display a presentation about the people that they're currently dating or their favorite shows or even what they do for work? Those shared experiences I find are so funny because it's so true. What do our friends even do for work? Or even those drink nights where there's a theme of the night and everybody brings their own drink or their own appetizer or dish. I love those. Having that connection and keeping that connection alive through just creative hobbies, game nights, movie nights. It literally feels like an adult sleepover sometimes. If I haven't seen my friends in a while, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or bi-monthly basis, I'll send them a text and tell them that I'm thinking about them. Hey girl, thinking about you. I hope you're doing well. What's new with you? What does your schedule look like within the next 2 weeks? I just want to let them know that they're on my mind and I hope that they're doing well and I care about them. My best friends will even send me monthly wellness checks or keeping in touch via voice note because there's going to be conflict of schedules and you're not always going to be able to see each other in person. Again, on the topic of friends, I love this because every time I meet a new friend, I introduce them to my other group of friends right away. My best friends, my close friends, and my regular friends. I love getting them all together, especially if there's an outing or an event or a celebration that's happening. I love being able to curate all my friends in one room and get them to meet one another, and it also invites the sense of community and gives them the permission to also invite their other friends to the next event or the next get together. And so there is this closer sense of community and familiarity with knowing who everybody is. And of course, we need to talk about self-love when it comes to friendship. The quality of your friendships truly improves the quality of your life, and that quality of friendships depends on how much you do that internal work, setting those healthy boundaries, communicating your love language and how you want to be loved, how you want to be celebrated, embracing being open and vulnerable to invite that connection, invite that intimacy, that vulnerability, spending a lot of time with yourself. And we have an episode about mastering self-love and the solo date ideas you can do to fuel that connection within yourself and really get to know yourself, so that way you can communicate your wants and your needs in other relationships. Having that self-reflection of previous friendships that haven't worked out, and being mindful about carrying those lessons into future relationships and friendships. Remember that this all starts with you. Meeting people and building these relationships is like a mirror. It'll show you exactly what you need to work on and the woman that you need to become in order to attract your dream life, attract the people that are extremely aligned with you. The only person that can give you everything you want is you. I believe in you. I know you will have amazing friendships this year. I want that for you. Let me know how it goes. Please connect with me at our community at Up About Podcast on Instagram, or at my personal at Isabel, YZOBEL. I really look forward to seeing you on next week's episode. Bye.